Well, howdy do. As you can see, I just poured me a Heineken. Took a few pictures, and here it is in my old dimpled mug. This one, if you've seen me before, you've heard me tell the story 100 times. This is it says Winston on the bottom here. This mug is probably, well, I'm 49. It's probably as old as I am, but it's somewhere probably between 45 and 49 years old. So anyway, I got focus, Tom. I'm having a Heineken. Here, let me take a drink. Oh, yeah. Very clear golden there, or light pale golden, I would say. I revisited this. I hadn't had this in a very, very long time, and I hadn't noticed the can before. And I saw in one of my favorite beer stores, I had this, the 4-pack of Pint Cans for $5.49. So I figured, well, what the heck? And it has been kind of hot here. At the time I bought it, it was about 90 degrees and almost 100% humidity. It was sticky, man. Not quite, but I exaggerate for effect. And before craft beer became what it is, this really was a big beer, especially for hot days. According to their website, it is adjunct free. It's 5%, according to their website. It just uses barley malt, hops and water, and a yeast variety of their own. And also, according to their website, they use no GMO products. So, whether you believe that or not, I'm going to choose to believe because I'm an optimist. For me, this is one of those beers you do want very cold. The many craft beers these days, aren't meant to be super duper cold to be at their best. But for me, this style really is meant to be, this close to freezing, because that's when it's at its most refreshing. Oh, and drinking it here, it is very refreshing. I'm not going to go into various taste notes. I mean, there's not 100 adjectives to describe a beer like this. There just isn't. If somebody wants to get technical and pull some adjectives out of their ass, I'm going to let them do that. I'm just going to tell you, this is just a beer that's just made to be enjoyed. And I think I get personally frustrated with the pretentious wing of, in the craft beer world that wants to make everything so frickin' pretentious, it's getting to be, they want to make it like wine, gotta pop it open, you gotta leave it, you gotta let it breathe. Oh, you say, take a drink, now let it sit for 15 minutes, then take another drink, and then you'll notice this and this. I get that there are some styles and some rare beers that you want to do that with. But can't we leave the pretentiousness to the wine folks and just pop our beer and enjoy it? I mean, it seems like everything has to be reviewed and judged and given a grade rather than popped and drank and just enjoyed. Like it used to be, man. I just wish it was that way again. I love the craft beer selection I have, but I just get frustrated by the increasing amount of pretentiousness that seems to just be, swallowing up the craft beer world like a cancer these days. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not calling Heineken a craft beer, but what I'm saying is that a beer like this should just be popped and enjoyed, and not, popped and, and dissected to find out every little flaw. And I think that's the problem these days. I think so many craft beer guys want to find a flaw in something, I'm a craft beer enthusiast. When I pop a beer, I'm looking for it to be awesome. I'm not looking for flaws, but I think so many folks, the second they pop that beer, they're looking for a flaw. This beer, you just get it cold, you just enjoy it on a hot day. That's all. That's it. That's simple. And there you go.